Welcome to week 10 of Explore the Bible, continuing in the book of Mark. Today, we're in chapter 13. Jesus talking about his return, end times, those kinds of things. Look, you've heard me say it before, right? I'm going to say it again, but you need to read the whole chapter. That's important, to read the whole chapter to get a sense. There are things that he refers, because we're only picking a piece out of it, right? So read the whole chapter. But before we look at that passage, if you haven't already, you need to hit that little subscribe button down there. Please like the video, click the like. We like that too. Appreciate that. Comment. You got questions, put those in, and share the video with somebody else. I just want to give a shout out to some of my friends there in Huntington, Texas, and appreciate all the great encouragement that you gave me the other day when we were there and visiting with you, and just appreciate that so much. And hope we keep going. Right? Let's just keep doing this. If you want to support our ministry, you can go to give.exposedtochrist.com. Let's look at Mark chapter 13. But in those days, after that tribulation, the sun will be darkened and the moon will not shed its light. The stars will be falling from the sky and the powers in the heavens will be shaken. And then they will see the Son of Man coming in clouds with great power and glory. And he will send out the angels and gather his elect from the four winds, from the ends of the earth to the ends of heaven. Okay, so this is why you need to read, because he just says, in those days after the tribulation. They're like, what in the world are you talking about? We'll read the first 23 verses of Mark chapter 13. But there's going to be tribulation. There's going to be hardship. There's going to be difficulty. It's going to be terrible. It's not just going to be, well, there were a few bad days. It's going to be day after day, week after week, month after month of great tribulation, right? And then he says the sun will be darkened. The sun, the moon, the stars, the powers in the heaven are shaken. Okay, you get this sense of a cosmic event is happening, right? The sun, the moon, the stars, that all of heaven is shaken, that there is a cosmic event. This is more than just some local thing. It's not just some earthly thing even. It is universal. And when we say universal, we don't just mean all of the people. We mean the universe. The entire universe is going to respond to what occurs next. And what occurs next is the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. Part of this whole thing is for us to recognize that when Jesus returns, everybody will know. There is no silent return. There is no, you'll have to read about it in the papers later on, return. When he returns, it is a cosmic, universal event. Everyone will know when the Lord Jesus returns. It will be obvious. I mean, when you say the sun is dark and the moon and the stars and the heavens are shaking, all of this, everybody's going to know. It doesn't matter if it's daylight or nighttime, right? Sun, moon, stars. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. For you, where you are, you'll know when Jesus comes back. And he says he will send out his angels and gather his elect from the four winds, from the ends of the earth to the ends of heaven. This is his angels will come and he will gather up all those who are believers, all those who have put their faith and trust in Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, will all be gathered up. Big deal. Big deal, right? This is huge. Jesus is saying to his disciples, I'm going to come back. Because he's already told them that he's going to die and he's going to rise from the dead. And now he's saying, I'm going to come back. So when, right? That becomes when? When is this going to happen? Learn this lesson from the fig tree. As soon as its branch becomes tender and sprouts leaves, you know that summer is near. In the same way, when you see these things happening, recognize that he is near at the door. Truly I tell you, this generation will certainly not pass away until all these things take place. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away. Okay, first, you've got the fig tree lesson, right? And the lesson of the fig tree is when there are certain signs that you see, right? It becomes tender, it sprouts leaves. There are certain signs that tell you summer's coming. You don't have a calendar, you don't need a calendar. Look at the fig tree. Look at the trees. You can tell what's happening, right? You can see how it starts to warm up and things turn green. We know summer is near, right? Fig tree sprouts fruit generally between June and November. So, June's coming close. You're starting to see leaves, then we'll have fruit. So that's how it works, right? In the same way, when you see these things happening, he is near. He's at the door. He's near. When you see these events, this stuff, you'll know he's near. Then look at this. Here's the puzzling part, right? Heaven and earth will not pass away, this generation will not pass away until all these things have happened. What in the world does that mean? This generation. Sounds like he's speaking to those people, right? And he's saying, it's going to happen in your lifetime. That's what it sounds like, right? Of course, he could mean this generation being this, not generation of people alive right now, but the generation of those who are living after my resurrection. That generation. Okay? Could mean that. Certainly there is also reference here to the destruction of Jerusalem, the tribulation. So all these things, could that be talking about the tribulation? Could be speaking about the tribulation. And tribulation, short term being the destruction of Jerusalem, which happens in 70 AD. So in that case, that generation of people would still be, many of them still alive when Jerusalem is destroyed. That's possible as well. It's hard to get a bead on this, right? What exactly is he saying? When is this in the next 40, 60, 80 years or longer than that? What does that generation mean? And what did these things mean? What's that time frame for that? And then we go here. Now concerning that day or hour, no one knows, neither the angels in heaven nor the Son, not even the Son, only the Father. Watch, be alert, for you don't know when the time is coming. So, Jesus pulls them and builds anticipation and then says, hang on. You don't know. He says, in fact, I don't know. I don't know when it's going to happen. The Son doesn't know. No one knows when. So, and no one can know. It's not just that no one now knows, but no one can know when that's going to happen. It's impossible to know, right? So what do? If you can't know the day, here's what you do. You watch, you are alert, because you don't know. You don't know. So be ready. Be ready. You don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen, so be ready. This is the message of Jesus about the end times. Is not, I'm going to tell you everything that's going to happen so you can accurately predict what day, what date, what hour, what year. You can't, you can predict. It's not it. It says, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen so that you understand that the Father is in control. The Father is sovereign over this. And that there are things that are going to happen. In fact, there are things that are going to appear to be chaotic, which are actually in God's plan. But when I return, just be ready. He's like a man on a journey who left his house and gave authority to his servants, gave each one his work, and commanded the doorkeeper to be alert. Therefore, be alert, since you don't know when the master of the house is coming, whether in the evening or at midnight or at the crowing of the rooster or early in the morning. Otherwise, when he comes, suddenly he might find you sleeping. And what I say to you, I say to everyone, be alert. Did you catch what he's saying? Be alert, be alert, be alert, be alert, be ready, be watching. Be prepared. Be alert. He says it's just like if a man goes on a journey and he tells his servants, I need you to do this, this, and this. And they don't know when he's going to come back. They know he's going to come back. They just don't know when. They're supposed to be found having completed what they were supposed to do, right? To be alert. They don't know when he's going to come. Could be evening, midnight, crowing of the rooster, early in the morning. They don't know. So you don't want him to find you sleeping. You want to be alert. too many times we get focused on all the details and thinking that somehow we can coordinate or correlate every detail with some modern event or something like that. That is not the point. The point of it is not so that we can somehow figure it out, because Jesus says you can't know. The point is for you to know He's coming back. He is in control. He is sovereign. So be ready. Be alert for His return. It is coming certain. Look, there's all different ideas, right? And I'll say this often. There's post-millennial, premillennial, amillennial. There's all different kinds, mid-trib, post-trib, pre-trib, all these different ideas about it. And I predict that what we need to all be is pan-millennial. That is, it all pans out in the end. It's all going to work when we get to the end. Nobody's going to get to heaven and be disappointed they didn't get it right. Nobody's going to get to heaven and only be happy because they did get it right. We're all just going to be glad to be with Jesus. That's what matters. So, hope that helps as you study, as you go forward. Maybe that'll help you as you make your predictions about the return of Jesus. Don't do that, please. Don't make those predictions. But thanks for watching. Be sure and subscribe, like, comment, and share with somebody else. We will see you next week.